What's up, everybody? So today I'm gonna talk about a game I found out about this morning, last night, this morning, whatever. It was on Steam. I was looking to see if any of the Walking Dead games were on sale. Come across The Walking Dead Destiny. Gonna be released on December 1st. So this is already out on console. So console players have already gotten a taste of this game. Okay, so it's obviously going to be ported into PC on December 1st. That's when it's due to be released. So I've been watching gameplay videos on this and checking out different reviews, reading different articles. Being a Walking Dead fan, this one definitely caught my attention. And so this is more of a my thoughts video, an opinion video. So you guys can let me know what you think in the comments, whether or not you agree or disagree. But this is kind of where I'm at with this. First thing I want to get out of the way. Is the game going to be worth 50 bucks? No, absolutely not. Not by a long shot. Uh, at best, I'd say it warrants maybe a $20 price tag, worth getting on a Steam sale for about 5 or 10 bucks. It is by far not a $50 game by any means. Um, One of the things that kind of irked me a little bit is that, you got a lot of people trash talking the graphics a little bit. Um, let's just be real, okay? Because, and we're actually gonna do a comparison here. Telltale. Everybody will agree across the board that's probably the most successful Walking Dead game out there. Telltale graphics are shit. I mean, let's just be honest. So we don't really want to pick on the graphics too much. I get where people are coming from because they want that photorealistic shit. But Telltale graphics are definitely shit. But it's also a cartoon game. So you kind of walk into it, expecting the graphics not to be photorealistic. This game is kind of basically a crossbreed between, I would say, the Telltale series and games like Dead Age, just with fancier graphics, more like, Dead State. Definitely PlayStation 2 graphics, not gonna lie on that. But at the same time, there are a lot of great games out here that aren't that graphically appealing that are quality titles. For example, Project Zomboid. You know, that outright has Nintendo graphics, yet that is arguably one of the best zombie survival games that has ever been released out there. Another thing that I see that's being said about this game is, oh, it's a blatant cash grab. Mm, maybe so, but name the one Walking Dead game that isn't a blatant cash grab. I mean, anytime they slap a big name, a big IP on a game, they're not doing it because they don't want to make money. So obviously it's going to be a cash grab. My issue with this game would have more to do with the gameplay and the bugs. Now, it definitely, from what I've read up on, console players have definitely had some major game-breaking bugs with this game. Having to wait for a patch to come out in order to be able to complete their game. So, obviously, the game is not exactly a completed project. It's a turd, basically. It's a turd in the rough. The voice acting is shit. There are no original actors from the series, so literally nobody from the show is voice acting in this game. So the models, definitely could have been done a lot better. That's for sure. And as for the bugs, you know, I'm gonna be honest, guys. We kind of did that to ourselves. And what I mean by that is when we started signing off on early access titles and purchasing early access titles, we pretty much set the premises, the industry standard, that it was acceptable to release buggy games and we'd still buy the shit. That was the message that we gave developers. Now it's on such a level, it doesn't even have to be labeled EA. They can still release an uncompleted game, a buggy hot mess, and we still buy the shit. So I find it interesting, that people complain about when games sit there and they get released in their buggy hot mess, and I'm like, well, we kind of voted that shit in with our wallets. And I say we because I'm just as guilty as the next guy. I mean, I've got not a lot of them, but I do got a couple of EA titles on my own list. But I am very picky about what EA titles that I do purchase, and the majority of the ones that I have purchased have generally been the exception to the rule, such as 7 Days to Die. Definitely a quality game. However, I do have some turds on my list as well too. I am not turd free. I have a few of them doo-doos sitting on my Steam list, just like everybody else. So, we set the industry standard. So when I say that, I include myself in that also. The minute I purchased my first early access game willingly, yeah, I helped set the industry standard of the turds that are now released today. So I'm right in there with that one, holding a shovel with the rest of you guys. So what do you do with that? Well, the only way you're going to reset the bar, raise the bar on the industry standard, is to stop buying shit titles. Stop buying half-assed released titles. You know, especially remakes. More often than not, remakes are plugged with all the same. They're plagued, not plugged, plagued with all the same bugs the original has, if not more. Sometimes usually, generally, the originals have less bugs than the remake. So, if you don't want to buy a game and spend your hard-earned cash, $50, on a game that's basically a turd, we probably shouldn't be buying those games unless it's a tasty turd. And that's at the end of the day, that's the real question. Is The Walking Dead Destinies a tasty turd? So really, here's the long and the short of it. This is a game you would buy if you're a diehard Walking Dead fan, and like anybody in The Walking Dead, you play the what if game. What if this guy lived and the other guy didn't? How would things have turned out? This would be a game that plays on that and would be an interesting game to play. The problem I'm finding is that while it is a great concept, it is not a concept that is executed very well in this game. Um, and not only that, but the game only goes probably about the first 3 or 4 seasons, I think. So it doesn't really go very far in the series. That's the other problem I have with this game. Um, unless they plan on releasing some kind of a DLC, which probably not. A game like this would only be worth it if they did the entire series all the way through and gave you a buffet of options that you could, alter the course of how the show went. This would be a much more interesting game. I don't think it was done very well. It was well enough. It's done well enough to spend $5 or $10 on. It definitely was not done well enough to spend 50 on. Five, maybe. 50, no. So unless you're really a diehard fan of the series and you collected all the Walking Dead games and you want to be a completionist, that would probably be the only reason I would say pick up this game. But I definitely would wait and see if it went on the Steam sale, the winter Steam sale. I don't think I would pick it up on release. I would definitely wait. I would definitely pick this up on a sale. It's not worth it. Um, I'm not gonna say it's the worst game I've ever seen. It's definitely not the best game I've ever seen. So, mm, I'd buy it for 5, maybe 10, 5 or 10. I'd do 5 or 10 on it. I don't think I would go 20 myself personally. Well, I don't know. You tell me. What do you guys think? Is it a turd all the way around, or is it a tasty turd? I mean, we all already know it's a turd. So it's more of a question of if the game is enjoyable to you. And if you spent $50, did you feel like you got your $50 out of it, or would you prefer to get a refund, or did you get a refund? I don't know, guys. You let me know what you think. That's my thoughts on it. In any case, like and subscribe. Take care. Stay safe. Have a good one, everybody.